sorry. Ooh. Everything's fine. Actually, that's probably better down there now that I think about it. Well, that is not better down there. But I'll just let that be. Something got stuck on one of my wheels and fell off my desk. And now I feel betrayed. The betrayal. It's fine, I'll pick it up later. Sorry for destroying your ears. Oh my god. I have been drinking water, app. Chill. And I drank some before I turned stream on. Weeboo weeboo. Continue. Ah, the fact that those are airships is sick as hell. Huh? Nowhere? Okay. Cutscene? Hello?
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dharmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
Puppy.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
Valid.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
His waistline. God.
Come on.
Bloodline. Ooh.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Hello.
Get him!
Bye. Damn! Damn. This place is freaking huge. Shit. This is beautiful though. This is very much giving me Scotland vibes. I mean, I know it's supposed to be European, but why is everyone white though?
This is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! Nothing, we're loyalists.
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all, for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
All right, I heard you the first time.
You're a long way from home, aren't you?
Ooh, oh, I already have a good one. Bitch. I don't think it's happening. Can I get a preview?
I'll find it at get home. I suppose we won't be seeing you again.
Screw you.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, the Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits. You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. What with their 100 full legions?
100? I heard it were 1,000.
Puppy.
We're going hunting for outlaws. How do you like that, boy?
There was a time my husband might have stood up to those men. Though back then, he wouldn't have needed to.
Sorry, one of my friends is asking me about. Hi, puppy. Picking up a minor I've taken. Yes.
Few more left to join the garrison this very morning.
Word is, Port Isolde's closed her gates to all but the Highborn, and now a great camp sprung up along the walls.
Run along now, before one of the boys starts thinking you're something you're not.
Chicken.
What did those knights want, Father?
To kill us.
You seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The black shields. Just now. You seen them, didn't you? At least I think they was the black shields. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harboring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned them in and become a black shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
100%.
I don't know. But we need to find out.
Word is, Port Isolde's closed her gates to all but the Highborn, and now a great camp.
Run along now, before one of the boys starts thinking you're something you're not.
Hold on, let me find for something I can kick.
Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
They recognize
May I at
us?
least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another East Pool.
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
Sorry. Hi, baby.
Good girl. This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Look how majestic she is. No way I got to attack these guys.
Ever since the apodatory, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking them? The mother crystals collapse?
I have an idea. You're not going to like it.
The way I'm just beating the ever-loving shit. Alright, wait, okay, fine. I'll get off. Perfect. I'm actually gonna go to town because I need potions. Oh, box. I thought this man told me to leave, and I just immediately kick a box.
That's a fair old scar you got there, by the way. How'd you get?
Can the music not?
No, I ain't got much, but what's mine is yours, for a price. You won't be disappointed. There you are. I suppose we won't be seeing you again.
Hi, puppy. I kind of just want to run everywhere. Like, even though I know Ambrosia's a thing. What are you? I clicked the wrong button, but I'll take it. Yeah. I need to... There's Phoenix. There's Ifrit. Okay. Okay. Ah, Flames of Rebirth is so fun though. I'll leave it. I'm saving up for that. Screw it. I'm saving up for the big lightning bolt. Which was over here. Oh. People I can murder. Sick.
More of my mother's men.
That's how I use that. God, I feel dumb. So many creatures I can fight. Bitch. Ow. Hello? Sit. Bird. Dragon. That's not what I meant to do. Okay. Teaching myself the mechanics, sorry. Bye. So I must know what's up here. It's really nice views, which I'm not mad about. That was the wrong icon. What just... Okay. What the fudge? Oh, I'm not gonna question it. That was sick as fuck. Why you just land so elegantly? Oh, bitch.
Very well.
Bye. The joy. Who got murdered here?
Clive.
Yeah, no shit.
And still wet.
Who got thrown over the bridge?
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel. Why then, we owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
Say that again. I'll show you a true shield of Rosaria.
I had 3 guys thrown over to me. That was fun. Oh no, let me kill you first. Brutal. So good. So good. Woo!
Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Ordeal. Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
Rest in peace. Not really. Die in hell. Run! Thank you. His little tippy tappies. We open up. It's entirely gone.
Find something, boy. Death.
Found her.
What the hell?
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone...
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
Don't mind me being a terrible person for a few seconds and trying to find foxes I can kill. I'm a terrible person. This game is so good at portraying there's a body there too. It's so good at portraying how actually awful war is. Like all the plants. Never to be harvested. God, the dead body is drawn about. God. Probably people trying to escape.
We're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
Besides the death, this is nice.
I did, Mummy. I could hear him shouting.
Didn't happen to come by way of Oldhill, did you? Saw some Imperials clad in black making for the docks just the other day. The next morn, you couldn't see the sun for all the ravens. Didn't happen to come by way of Oldhill, did you? Saw some Imperials clad in black making for the docks just the other day. The next morn.
They tell us there's a curfew, but then refuse us passage.
Tell my wares if they won't let us into the capital.
You won't survive another night.
In Duchy of Rosaria.
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
I'm hungry.
You find no succor to the south travellers, nor beyond the Bureau. The Empire has risen deadlands to banish our land.
Don't go thinking you'll find refuge in the houses outside Port Isolde. The place is a wretched hive of thieves and blackguards.
Beach.
Make it look easy.
Get him, Jill. That was very attractive. Let's go to the beach. Bye. Nothing. Box. Yay. Oh my god, we do have footprints. That's crazy. This game is wild. What? Oh. I was like, why is battle music playing? Bye. Silken Strand.
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better.
Bye, bitch. God, I'm so cool. Boat.
That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
One moment. I grabbed some jerky, a singular stick of Pocky, and a big ass bag of chips. You know why? Because I can. Ow, I just hit my new with my
Have mercy.
You good, baby?
Voice for dogs they are. You can't ignore us forever.
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep.
Better out there than in here.
More than enough for
Fuck off. Hang the chinless bastards. Those crystals belong to us all. I said, where were you, filth? Back to your stalls. Cut you down where you stand. Destroy it.
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in.
Remember?
I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. And Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
Well.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
this way is the other gate. This is terrifying.
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Not abandoned then.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
Get fucked. Oh. Sorry.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died. Huh? Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
We can speak inside.
I'm gonna grab my chips. Ooh! That was my pad, don't mind me. Hello.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire.
Mm-hmm. I'm turning this down.
We've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye. The foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord. But in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son?
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we. Make ready. This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
I suppose we owe you our thanks. You spared us when you could have just as easily sent us to the mud.
You're telling me that's the Archduke's son?
What is it you require? As you wish, my lord. May it serve the cause well. I'm sure that it will prove useful. Our thanks, my lord. May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buett Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade, the bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
I will BRB to put up my chips. Okay, BRB. Oh yeah.
We'll keep them from the bridge.
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
I don't need it.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Look at me sideways. How was the Black Shields?
Come along now. We'll find another bridge.
The bastards are lucky I didn't have my hands.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
God, it's like powering up. Shit.
What is it now? I told you!
We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame. Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die along with your flame!
Good spellcaster first, good spellcaster first, good spellcaster first.
Forest area!
Forest area!
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear. Get him.
This one. Over here!
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Another wyvern to fight their battles for them.
Get him!
More dragons.
The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
This one. This one. Over here!
Bye. That was sick.
A noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
You mean finish him?
Did Torgal get that last kill? That's amazing. That's incredible.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud! Lord. Perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battle to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it. As we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die.
Preach.
And her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
Good. Let's go.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it.
Real.
If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. All right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
That's so cute.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Maddo in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint in the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit.
He's smart. He's so cute.
See that you use the good plates, Rutherford.
Oh my god. I think he's one of my new favorite protagonists. Just in general.
So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us, then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Why then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
He's so cute. I think she just fell in love. Again. Let me just do a little bit of finagling.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she?
Oh.
Once outfitted, she'll bear us across
I
the
guess we'll get our
boiling
ass
sea to
kicked by
trust us in the
Leviathan.
space of 3 days. Something on your mind?
You just should kiss.
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
So sweet.
Thank you, Clive.
You two need a hug. You don't need
I
a
must
kiss, you need a
atone for my
hug.
sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Hug her, you dumbass.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
I know it's a slow burn, but damn, you can at least give her a hug. She's your friend. Hideaway's just gone. Oh. Excuse me.
Only the Founder knows what awaits.
Let me save. I'll stop there. What a good way to end.
The hike.
So good. Ah. You have a good night. That was great. So good.